What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tia Danielle, and welcome back. So, this is Tia Talk Saturday, and this video is going to be coming up on Sunday because once I'm done, I'm gonna upload it on Saturday, but it's just going to take forever to do, so you won't see it until Sunday. But this is Tia Talk Saturday. As always, my contact is bothering me. Um, it took a while to get myself prepared for this video because I was dealing with a headache all day and wasn't really feeling well, and then I bit the heck out of my tongue underneath the tongue. I don't know how that happened. And it still hurts. I'm in so much pain, and I thought this wine would help, and it's not. But I'm okay. I'll be all right. Yeah, but I wasn't feeling so great. But I think I mentally pushed it away, whatever it was. Like, get out. Don't even try to come here. But anyway, today we are going to talk about lifestyle changes. Um, as you grow older, and I honestly don't know, the demographic of my viewers, but, based on, social media alone, I, can come to the conclusion that a lot of you who view these videos are about the same age as me. So, as you get older, what changes do you make for yourself in life? What lifestyle changes have you made, if any? Do you feel a need to make lifestyle changes? Let's say you aren't married and you don't have any kids. Do you feel like, your lifestyle should change still, even without all of that, just because you're getting older and, like, what things are you doing? Let me know below. And I asked that question because the older I get, you know, I I feel myself getting better with age. Um, Becoming more aware of, my mind, my body, my spirit, and everything like that. And I got to this point, I've always been inquisitive, and I always knew there was something better. Um, but I honestly did not come to the changing point until I started meditating. And I started meditating in 2013. I actually really started it in 2012, but I didn't, begin doing it seriously and consistently until 2013. And reason being is that when I was doing it in 2012, I thought that I was doing it wrong. Like, I thought there was a right and wrong way to do it, and there isn't. Um, but, like, my meditation only would last like 10 minutes. Like, every single time, it would last like 10 minutes. And I know, they say you should do it 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night. And so, I would sit there. I would actually set a timer for 20 minutes. and it never failed. My eyes would always open at 10 minutes. So I was like, I'm clearly not doing this correctly. Um, but I started doing it seriously in 2013. There were some things going on in my life, and they were affecting me physically. And I was like, I have to do something. I was dealing with anxiety and and slight depression. Um, and so I had to do something to get my mind off of those things that were making me feel like that. And I couldn't let um, alcohol be the cure for everything. Um, you know, I, whenever I was upset or whenever I was sad or, feeling anxious, I would just go have a drink. And that's not the answer. Um, and so, I started meditating, and it was a slow process. Um, you do a little bit at a time. But after a while, you definitely start to see changes. And, not to sound cliche, but literally all of the stuff that is clouding you mentally eventually disappears the more you do it. Um, what also got me wanting to meditate was Russell Simmons. And, I got his book. Um, I always listen to him talking about, meditation. And, I always see how, how peaceful and, calm. And I love the things that he, you know, would be saying in his interviews about meditation. And, I loved his lifestyle, how, the things that he doesn't eat, his yoga and everything. And, I wanted that because I just wanted to be in a peaceful place. And I wanted to be at peace with myself, and I wanted to be okay with who I was as a human being. And I feel like, I always knew that I was a spiritual being, but I feel like I was battling with the human side and the spiritual side. And I wanted them to come together as one. And meditation definitely helped me with that. I still have a lot of work to do. I still don't meditate at night 20 minutes at night. And honestly, I meditate for 15 minutes during the day. Um, Sometimes it's 20 minutes, but for the most part it's 15 minutes. And I know that because I look at the time before I do it, and I look at the time once I'm done. But with meditation, I got into doing yoga. And once I started doing those two things combined, I I started to just, like I said, become more aware of the spiritual side. And it really makes you think about, the things that you are feeding your spirit, whether it's food whether it's what you drink, whether it's the atmosphere that you're in, whether it's the people that you deal with, like all of that feeds your spirit and your mental. And so, you just start to make changes, and that's what I mean by lifestyle changes. Um, I had to change the way I eat, and I wasn't really a bad eater. Um, I've always ate healthy somewhat, but I also had a weakness for Popeyes. And, I used to eat fast food, but Popeyes was my weakness. Um, and, I had to stop all of that. You realize that none of that stuff is helping you. It is feeding a craving, and it's not helping you at all physically, for your health or anything like that. And you start to want to um, feed your spirit in a good way. And so there was a time where I was just eating fish. I considered myself a pescatarian. And I did that for about 3 months, and I really enjoyed it. But again, becoming in tune with your body and what your body needs, I realized that I was missing out on something. Um, that I wasn't getting from just eating fish alone. So I had to start eating meat again, but it's all in moderation. Um, I'm not a big meat eater. Um, if anything, I eat chicken way more than I eat any other meat. I may eat pork once a month, like some pork chops. I really don't want to eat that, and I'm probably going to steer away from that eventually. But for right now, that's what it is. Um, I used to be a big coffee drinker. I used to have coffee every single day. I had to cut caffeine out of my diet because that adds on to anxiety. Um, I was never big on, I haven't drank soda in a really long time, but so that's been out. I don't drink juice. I stopped drinking juices. All I drink is water and herbal tea and wine sometimes. Um, well, daily. Um, but yeah, you just gotta start making those changes, um, because in all actuality, all of that is it's affecting you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. The more toxic the more toxic things you let in, the more toxic you're going to let out. Negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative, um, you know, ideas, like everything is just going to be negative. And so I didn't want to be that way. So I had to make all those changes. And I feel that it is the best thing that I could have ever done for myself. And I just see myself in a different light, and I want to help other people. And I think about how when I have children, how I want to raise my children, and the things that I want to feed them to make sure that um, they're well mentally, physically, emotionally, and that they are healthy all around. And all of that stemmed from meditation for me, and becoming more centered and more knowledgeable of myself as a spiritual being, and allowing all of those negative thoughts that I was carrying around to find another home, not inside my mind. Um, because all of this works together: mind, heart, um, all of it. It all works together. And if one thing is off, then everything else is going to be off. And I have a mission on this planet, and I got to be in the best, you know, um, in the best spirit possible. So I had to make a lot of lifestyle changes. And if you agree, if you understand, let me know below. Um, Let me know what triggered your lifestyle change. If you have any, if you meditate, um, let me know what made you, begin meditating and how it's helped you. Um, and if you want to get into doing meditation and things like that, let me know. Um, I can, share a little bit more of how it helped me, and because I don't want this video to be too long. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to dive into on Tia Talk Saturday. Um, and before we go, I just want to make a quick mention. I know I always ask you guys to check out the blog, so I'm going to ask you to check out the blog. But there is a blog tag, apparently, that's going around, and one of them is the Beautiful Blogger Award. And I got nominated for this award, and I just thought it was like the most awesome thing ever. And I saw it today, and the person that nominated me, and she nominated about six other people. But she's awesome. Her blog is amazing. So I'm going to be mentioning her and a couple other people in a future blog post. But definitely check out the blog as well and let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments. And let me know if you like any of the posts and share them, just as I ask you to share these videos if you think they are going to be helpful to someone. I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next week on Friday. Thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel, and stay beautiful. Peace.